In this session, we're going to do a general ledger overview. So here from my home ribbon, I'm going to go to General Ledger. On the top portion of the ledger, you're going to see there's a refresh, new account, edit, delete, new transactions, view journal, a search, a print, export to Excel, and import in from Excel. So let's talk about these different features. This is going to be a search area. So here, if I do refresh, it just refreshes the screen and makes sure any changes you've made are refreshed and shown. You can add any new account you wish to the system. Give it a name, number, pick what type of account. You can have parent and child accounts and subtotal only accounts. What you will notice in here also is if you just simply click on a line, see that's going to highlight that journal. If I right click, I have these same features. So I can do a left click, right click, and I can also come across the top and do it too. So if I wanted to edit this account, for example, I want to put an account number in, I can open it up and come and enter an account number. And you'll notice that a lot of these are what we call the registry accounts. You don't really want to change these other than maybe put an account number in. If you wish to open an account, in other words, I want to open this journal up, right click, that's called View Journal. Now I can open that up in a new window here. I can do the same thing by going up here and doing it. Click it, it opens the journal. Whenever you open the journal, it'll always open it to whatever the current day is. You can highlight, in other words, I bring my mouse over, it gives me a little pop-up, lets me know the transaction date, creation date, last modified date, and who did it. If I double click, it takes me to that entry. See, now here's the accounts that's affecting, and right here will give you the same information. You do have a screen refresh. So for example, if I want to look at a broader range of days here, I hit refresh, then it updates it. See, you can always print, email, export to PDF, print preview, and export to Excel here. Everywhere you go in the general ledger, you will always have these features, always. There's also a find, which is a search. Remember, binoculars is a search of some sort. So here, when I'm doing this, I can search any of these columns. Okay? So I might be looking for a specific entry number or dollar amount or something. And say, geez, where's entry number 2346? Hit find all. Click it, it highlights it in the background for me. Another feature you will always find in these journals is down here on the very bottom left corner. View manually entered transactions only. This will let you know if you did a manual adjustment. All manual adjustments in the system, the line will be highlighted in turquoise. So whenever you see turquoise, you'll notice that. And I will show you that as we go a little bit further. Now, when I do select something, if I double click on this, in other words, I'm viewing this transaction, also on the bottom left corner, you see it says view debit credit. Right now I have it set on single column. So if I check the box and leave it that way, then it's going to show debit credit. And I can leave it either way, whichever you prefer. Sometimes people like to come in here and rearrange these journals. That's okay. So if I come in down here, let's say to my expenses, for example, and I want to rearrange the order of things, all I have to do is just simply click. I click again and I just drag. So watch the red line. See, now I've moved that journal down 2 notches. Now, if I want to keep it there, all I have to do is hit refresh. And now you'll lock it in place. New transaction, we will be doing a completely separate video on this. Search, I can go here to search. I can search any time frame I wish, whichever I want. I can search any individual account I want, or if I want to search the whole general ledger, I can do that. I can search by entry number, description, or a dollar amount. Let's just see if I have anything in here for $10. So type it in, hit search. Here I have some transactions that are $10. Now, if I want to go see how it occurred, click it. Okay. Now I can go view in a new window, or just simply double click. That opens it up and then gives me my details. Again, you notice everywhere I go, print, email, PDF, export. Let's go look at some receivables. So here's some receivable accounts. I want to go back over a long period of time. Now let's just go back to beginning of the year. Okay. I hit refresh. You notice this turquoise here. That's a manual adjustment. Now the nice thing about this is when you're looking over a long period of time, I can just simply check the box and it only shows the manual adjustments. So it makes it really easy to find them. You can come up here and print. So I can print, save as PDF, or export out to Excel, whatever date range I so choose, and whichever accounts I choose. So if I just need to get a couple of accounts, I need to get the information, I can select that, export or whatever. You hit next, and then it will go do it. This is a straight up export to Excel for everything. Okay, there's one account that does not have an export setting. Okay, this one down here. See, now I can set that up. Now, the nice thing about this is you can go through here and pick and choose what you want to export or not export. Okay. Now, I have exported out of here in the past, and you'll notice all these ones that say do not export. I've only exported out certain journals. So you can pick and choose what you want. Do you want it in summary form? Do you want details? Whatever the case may be. Pick whatever time frame you want. Select next, and then it'll go ahead and export it out. Once you export it, it'll ask you if you want it to remember what you exported out, so it'll save it for next time. So you're not having to reset everything over and over. Importing, there's two imports here. Paymate is a payroll company. What they do is they'll get with you and set up your journals in your system here. So you'll have to have journal numbers. And then you'll be able to import in your payroll information from them. You can also do a generic one. A generic one just simply means I might have a couple of accounts here that I want to periodically bring in some numbers. So what you do is you'll just go out here to the GL import. You're going to have to pull up your file, and then you just line up the columns, and then you can import it in. This one's a little bit difficult the first time you do it. I would suggest maybe getting with training or somebody from support to help you with the first time and getting it set up. And then once you have it set up, it's pretty easy to do. And that is the basic functions and the overview of the general ledger. One last thing here is there's going to be times where you're going to have accounts that you're not going to use or you wish to quit using. So if I take any account in here and I say, well, I'm not using this account anymore, I can right click on it, I can do an edit, and I can make it inactive. So you can make any account in here inactive, even the registry accounts if you need to. That hides that account. Bottom left corner. Anything with the X is letting you know that has been hidden or made inactive. Now, if there's money in that journal, a value in the journal, and you go to pull, let's say, for example, a balance sheet, and you had it backdated to that point where there was showing a value in that journal, it will show up. If there is nothing, no value, then it won't ever show up. If you want to make it active again, right click, edit, and just uncheck the box. That's your overview.